Mr. Drevna, you're recognized for 5 minutes.
Chairman Breinstein and Loudermilk, ranking members Bonamici and Dwyer. I am Charlie Drevna, Senior Fellow at the Institute for Energy Research. You know, once Milton Friedman famously posited that one of the great mistakes is to judge policies and programs by their intentions rather than their results. If he were alive today, Friedman would point to the RFS as a prime example of his belief. In the mid-2000s and even before, so-called industry analysts and renowned economists predicted ever-increasing gasoline demand as they simultaneously declared the U.S. to be energy scarce. The nation was on a path, according to these self-anointed experts, to reliance on ever-increasing foreign sources of energy, much of which came from potentially unstable regions of the world. Congress and the administration accepted their views and in 2005 adopted the Energy Policy Act, which required refiners to blend 7.5 billion gallons of ethanol into the gasoline pool by 2012. In less than 2 years, this nuisance of free market interference became a full-blown anti-consumer, anti-free market debacle, as ESA 07 mandated 36 billion gallons of renewable fuels, some of which actually existed, be blended into domestic transportation fuels by 2022. In essence, the predictions of 2007 and earlier are the polar opposite of the realities of 2015. Compounding the problem is the undeniable fact that advanced biofuels production, the anticipated linchpin of the RFS, has fallen woefully short of the numerous promises made since 2007. I'm sure the committee is familiar with such names as range fuels, Keyor, blue sugars, absolute fuels, new energy fuels, green diesel, and a host of others, most of whom have squandered taxpayer dollars or committed fraud, or both. And yet today, we continue to hear that the economic production of cellulosic fuels is right around the corner. It's a big corner. What's clear is that neither Congress nor EPA can mandate innovation or favorable economics, try as they may. The hard sciences of chemistry and physics remain immune to political science, and they remain formidable obstacles to economic production of commercial-scale cellulosic fuels. However, one should not discount the innovation provided by EPA to assist in this effort. EPA stipulates that ethanol produced from sugarcane qualifies as an advanced biofuel, thus helping to meet the statutory volume requirements. What's ironic about this muse is that ethanol produced from sugarcane is imported, mostly from Brazil. So much for that homegrown stuff. And what was the intent of the RFS to limit imported fuels? Okay. So which state virtually imports all this biofuel? Well, that would be California. And why California? The state's low-carbon fuel standard requires refiners to use millions of gallons of advanced biofuel, and imported sugarcane is the only available product that fits that definition, as unscientific as that definition is. Yes, that's correct. California prohibits ethanol from U.S. producers and imports it from Brazil. This allows California legislators and regulators to promote themselves as pioneers in the green movement. So what happens to the ethanol from the U.S. producers that would have otherwise been delivered to California? The Brazilians don't care if their ethanol comes from sugar or corn, so California and Brazil swap their ethanol, literally 2 ships passing in the night. The net outcome? Higher shipping costs and, ironically, increases in GHG emissions. Not satisfied with the overall results, EPA then decided to enhance the total production of cellulosic fuels, not via scientific breakthrough. Rather, it would be much simpler to change the definition of cellulosic fuels to include a portion of biogas produced from landfills. If you look at the volume increases in cellulosic production 2014 through 15, it's nearly all attributable to EPA semantics. Why let a pesky little detail such as chemical structure and definition get in the way of a predetermined outcome? If one were to be intellectually honest, the RFS was never about energy security, the environment, or national security. It's been accurately described as crony capitalism, although the use of the term capitalism in reference to the RFS is a basic non sequitur. It may be much more accurate to label the RFS and other anti-free market mandates, subsidies, and giveaways for what they really are: government attempting to pick winners and losers in the marketplace. And the government's track record is most illustrative, as its penchant for picking losers is quite outstanding. Even if the intentions of the RFS were noble, the program must be judged on its results. It's past time for Congress to admit that the RFS has not delivered and will not deliver the anticipated results. The law should be repealed and allow for American ingenuity, entrepreneurship, and free market enterprise to do what it does best. They haven't failed the nation yet. Thank you very much.